mega discovery today. I just checked the Aitx Technology Solutions Inc. Condensed Consolidated Statement of Shareholders Deficit. I have been watching some accounting videos on YouTube just so that I know where to look for how much they dilute every quarter in this case, because this is the quarterly. I'm going to look at the yearly as well. So let me pull that up on my other monitor here. The 10K for Aitx is going to be interesting to see how much dilution happened over the course of an entire year. But here, as you can see, let me see if I can zoom in for you guys. I'm going to zoom in. Oh, baby. There we go. Okay, so you see down here where it says common stock, issuance of shares. Issuance of shares, February 29, balance at May 31, 2024. You see that? Okay. Now we go over here, and you'll notice something very interesting, right? You ready? You want to see? This is so interesting. Okay, so this is last year, balance at February 28, 2023. Thank you, financial accounting courses that I have been taking on YouTube. I am actually going to college to take 3 courses on accounting. So I have to take accounting 101 so I can take financial and managerial accounting. I don't know if I'm going to get an accounting degree, but I figured I might as well take some cheap courses. If you're older than 25, let's just say it's free. Let me put it that way. So that's the reason I'm doing it. But you'll notice issuance of shares last year for the same dates. The dilution, the issuance of shares was 280 million. You compare that to this year, issuance of shares, common stock. Again, shout out to the financial accounting videos on YouTube. They're the ones that let me know, hey, this is where you have to look to see how much they're diluting every quarter. 1 billion. There's 3 commas. That's how I know. 1 billion in issuance of shares. 1 billion. Last year, it was 280 million. That is a near 4x increase in dilution from one year to the next. That is incredible. That is a lot of dilution, because that would mean it's about 330 million a month in dilution, where last year it was only, well, we just have to divide by 3. But yeah, only last year it was only what, 90,000. 90 million. 90 million in dilution every month last year, compared to the huge jump to 333 million every month. A little over that, but I'm just rounding down here. So the dilution has been absolutely massive. It's increased by a ton from last year to this one. So again, this is awesome that I watched those financial statement videos, but I'm looking for the 10K. Give me 1 second. I'm looking for the 10K, the most recent one, because that should tell us how much dilution has been happening every year, specifically for the most recent year. That's what I'm concerned about. Like, oh my goodness, if that's how much they're diluting in one quarter, I mean, is anyone surprised that we're not moving at all? Okay, so here's the most recent 10K. 2 months ago. I am looking up right now on Yahoo Finance. There we go. I'm going to bring it over here. I'm going to grab my mic. Got to keep it close to the mouth. Someone's going to make a joke somewhere on there. Haha, got to keep it close to the mouth. Let's see, where is it? I'm looking for shares. I'm not looking for there we go. Stockholders benefit. Yeah, I wish it would benefit us. Stockholders deficit is what I meant to say. So let's make the comparison here. Balance at February 28, 2022. You'll notice the issuance of shares here. 1 billion. And then we go to 2023, which was last year. Issuance of shares, almost 3.5 billion. So almost 3.5x, 350% increase in dilution from one year to the next, from 2022 to 2023. So it's going to be interesting to see if the 2024, what is this, the statement of changes in equity? Is this what it's called? Or at least that's what they call it on YouTube. I guess consolidated statement of stockholders deficit. Same thing. I'm going to assume it's the same thing. I guess people just write it differently. I don't know. I'm not going to pretend like I know accounting, but I've been watching some videos and it's very, very interesting. So yeah, 1 billion compared to 3 billion. That's almost 3.5 billion. That's a 350% increase in dilution, 1 year to the next. So the question then becomes, this coming year, is there going to be a huge surge as well? Because every quarter they are diluting, as of recently, 1 billion. That hurts. Like, that starts to really suppress the price more than anything. Shares issued for services, 9 billion here. And we're already up at, I think we can go to Y charts. So yeah, I've been watching some accounting videos and they're really helping me step up my game more than anything, because I'm like, man, there's so much to talk about and I just stick to the same old, right? I used to be just all technicals. Now I look at financials. I actually look at numbers and financial statements, but I think I can take it a step further. So that's why I've been watching these financial accounting videos. And let's see, Y charts, Aitx, what is it, outstanding shares. I'm just curious here about because dilution is that can hurt. It's at 11.16, so 11.16. So it's already been what, about 1 billion? Yeah, we'll see. It's going to be again. It's going to be interesting to see next year. I would love to see a decrease as the years go by, not an increase. You would think now that as soon as they achieve the ability to pay for everything without having to dilute to keep themselves afloat, we would have to assume that this number is going to go down, not only year to year but quarter to quarter, and we'll be able to keep track of that now. I'll be able to keep track of it because, again, I didn't know that you could. I didn't even know what the condensed consolidated statement of shareholder deficit was, or statement of changes in equity. I didn't know any of this. That's why I've been watching these accounting YouTube videos, because I'm like, okay, I want to be able to know more. What is this cash flow stuff? How do I interpret all this? So you'll be seeing more from me in terms of doing a better job at reading statements more than anything. But yeah, that is a massive amount of dilution. So just just letting you know, don't be surprised if we don't get much movement for the next couple of months. It won't be until, I think, the beginning of the year or end of year that we get a big run. So other than that, just wanted to show you this data because I was curious, and I'm like, well, might as well make a video out of it. And so if now you know, in case you didn't know, now you know where to look. Go to the condensed consolidated statement of shareholders deficit, and you can just scroll down and see the balance and you can see right away here issuance of shares, and just go to common stock, and the number is it's become astronomical quarter over quarter and year over year, right? Like it keeps increasing. At this point, I would expect about 4 billion to 5 billion, if not more, in dilution this year alone, if they're going to keep it up at this rate. Because 330 million every month times 12, it adds up. So we'll see what happens. I really do hope it goes down. If we can start trading clean, that helps a lot in making money. Not just for people like me, swing traders, but also, the long terms who I'm sure would love the stock to actually hold a higher floor. It did have a higher floor, but didn't hold it, so it was kind of like a waste of time. Really, it was just a whole move for nothing. Let me see, where is it? Not SoFi, where's AITX? Yeah, there's AITX. Let's switch to the daily. So as long as we get this dilution decrease over the course of the next couple of years, we should see I want this to trade clean. Again, everyone wins. Everyone wins. I thought this was the higher floor up here at 004. I was wrong. If they're going to dilute like this, we're just going to come down. We're going to come down. Dilution, someone's selling, and it's going to come down. It's simple as that. Let's not overcomplicate it and speculate. But because of the path that they're on, we should see at some point, not saying anytime soon, we should see a decrease in dilution, and that should have a net positive effect on the stock price. Because if dilution right now is increasing and the stock price is falling, then I mean it just makes sense if we think about it. Dilution starts coming down, we should see the share price surge, and maybe at some point they'll be able to buy back shares, which again would only help the share price because it's the opposite of diluting. So I think there's a lot to look forward to, and this video is longer than I expected. I don't want this to be 20 minutes, so I'm going to stop here. A lot to look forward to. They're doing all the right things. You know, let it come down. It's coming down because of dilution, not because it's a bad company, in my opinion. That's it for the video. I'll see you in the next one.